Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I will use two videos to present blockchain peer-to-peer network. In this video, we are going to talk about some prerequisite knowledge to make us understand the blockchain P2P network better. Before we really dig into distributed peer-to-peer network in blockchain, let's go through some rookie questions that I got from students who have no computer science knowledge background. So here are the questions. Let's get some indispensable prerequisite knowledge of blockchain by answering these. So first question, what is a distributed system? Before talking about distributed system, let's put aside this concept. The PC we are using every day is a system, right? So we use it, deal with our tasks, process some data, save some photos. So what if your photos are too many? There is no more storage on your laptop, on your computer. I know you want to say you can buy some drive on a cloud company like Google. That service is related to distributed system, by the way. But before cloud drive service showed up, what people normally do is get some more memory, which is RAM, and put into your memory slot so you can store more stuff. On the other hand, if the running speed of your PC is not fast enough, what would we do? We change our CPU to a better one, or we can try to add more CPU to our PC. This process of upgrading our PC is called scale up. But upgrading our PC is very expensive and not worth it sometimes. And there is always a limitation for one machine. So people start to think, can we connect a lot of PC together and let these computers work together for center one job? By some hard work, we made it. Computers from different places can be connected through network and work together. And this is a distributed system. And our PC, in a sense, is a centralized architecture system. And getting more computation and storage resource by connecting more computer is called scale out. Now let's answer what is a distributed system. A distributed system is a system consisting of a group of computers that communicate over a network and work in coordination to finish a task. We build a distributed system because some jobs cannot be done by a single computer. The goal is to use more machines to get bigger computation power and process more data. That is a distributed system in a hardware sense. Now let's check the concept distributed system from a software sense, or we can say a sense in philosophy. We're clear now that distributed system is proposed relative to centralized system. So let's learn by comparison. Again, here is a typical centralized system, a client-server architecture. Most applications were using this architecture. We user through the internet send our request to a server or a database of the application we used. After the server got the request, they send the data we want back to us. That's a typical centralized system. All the data are stored in one data center. Other devices need to request from it. So opposite to this centralized architecture, almost all the companies are using distributed system now. This service provider has distributed their service all over the world. Their servers, data centers. So when user make a request to access the data, the distributed network will redirect the request to the nearest server, so user can get what they want ASAP. Distributed system has a better performance than centralized system by this way. And another advantage of distributed system is resilience. If one data center is hacked or broke down, they can still operate very well, or they can get back to normal immediately, because in distributed systems they have like multiple backup data centers. So this distributed system offers user fast connection and more secure for the data. Also, from users' position, there is no obvious difference in using the two kinds of system. The whole distributed architecture is still like a client server. So users still request data from server, but faster, much faster. So there are centralized system and distributed system. Yeah, we have understand them in a very high level, but it's enough already for us to understand peer-to-peer network. So check the picture here. There are 4 computers and each of them belong to one individual, and the 4 of them connected together to process some math problem. They can all visit the math problem and answer saved on each other's computer. And this is a very simple peer-to-peer network already. So now let's answer this question. What is a peer-to-peer network? A peer-to-peer network is a bunch of computers connected together, and they can share resource and or workload, right? So a computer in this network is called a node or a peer, and all computers on the network are equal. So we can answer question 3 and 4 together. Peer-to-peer network totally equal to distributed peer-to-peer network. All peer-to-peer networks are distributed, but not all distributed systems are peer-to-peer. Then what's the difference? In a peer-to-peer network, each peer has the same power, same capability with other peer in the network. But for example, in a client-server distributed system we mentioned before, the client is a party of the system, but a client only has a limited capability compared to a peer in a P2P network. So that's distributed system. That's and peer-to-peer network. By the way, in a peer-to-peer network, every peer can be equal, but not all peers are necessarily equal. Some peers might have more resource and can contribute more than they can consume. Some peers may not contribute any resource and only consume from the network. For example, in blockchain peer-to-peer network, there are light node and full node. Light nodes use the minimum amount of data possible to interact with the blockchain. Light node usually only save transactions related to itself, but full node saves the entire blockchain. So in next video, I will present how blockchain peer-to-peer network works and why peer-to-peer network makes blockchain an immutable ledger. Thank you for watching. See you in next video.